Hello and thanks again for watching my videos. In this part of the videos we are talking about what kind of investor are you. In the previous section I've been talking about my personal rank of private investments, in private investors. They could be normally included in three different kinds of investors. Today I will talk about a special part of an investment, a buy and hold investment and a flipping one. Okay, if you don't know me, let me introduce you to my company. I'm Adriana Attardi and I work in Sardinia. I come from Sardinia, in an island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and I work in intermediation of real estate market. I've studied music, physics and communication, and I've been for 16 years an event planner and event creator for public administrations, private weddings and companies with venue events. For the last 5 years, I've been working in real estate market with a team specialized and focused on a special service in intermediation in purchasing of small assets under 1 million. So if you're a small investor, you're in the right place with us. We're providing a very special service for purchasing and for sellers, because I'm a seller specialist actually and a property finder. We make special studies on your investment on the second property that will lead you on a final deed and a final purchase, very sustainable and successful for both parts, for seller and for buyers. Okay, we are third, fourth in Sardinia with our goals and aims reached, and we're very happy because we are having very good feedbacks from our buyer and seller. So let me invite you to check our business pages on Google, on our offices in Olbia and Gulf of Aranci. We are in northeast of Sardinia and both in the extremely south of Sardinia, in Cagliari and Villa Simius. We work with a special collaboration system based on high quality services, okay? Okay, we're talking about the kind of investments and investors. First of all, we have different kind of investors. We have a kind of cash recovery investors. It's kind of people who has an amount and doesn't want to invest with the final goal of gaining this amount, but just to keep it like it was at the beginning. So you make a purchase and you wait 4 years and probably to develop a new project. Then you give the property that you purchased years before again for sale and get your money back, okay, with no losing, no inflections. The second kind could be a buy and hold investors. Probably you are one of that. And you just buy a property to earn your money, buy rental services, or a flipping investors. That's when you purchase a property, making with a very low price, making renovations on it, and then giving it for sale again to allow you to gain your money on that. Normally, it lasts 3 years. A buy and hold projects normally lasts for 7-8 years, so on. Or you are a hybrid investor, a private investment where somebody wants to purchase a home to use it for a personal use, both for a personal use and both for give it for sale, to cover the costs of the property and to gain a little bit, just like 1 or 2%, no more. There are other kinds of investors, like companies, special companies, like public traded companies who use the money of their shareholders that normally are there's a pool of investors with their monies, and they use the monies to make some nice operation of real estate, offering diversity and liquidity operations for them. And then there are a large scale projects investment made by private equity firms. where the shareholders are public institutional investors, and both the high net worth individuals who works together to large-scale projects. Okay, let's keep everything very easy and simple to understand, and let's stay in the first two kinds of operations, flipping and buy and hold. Okay, I've invented a kind of 40 rule. Why 40? Because the method is based on monitoring four different things. The first one is the time. You need to make a good business plan on your investment, thinking about the time of the beginning and of the end of the investment. So at what time I want to purchase, at what time I want to close it, and gain my money on that. As a flipping, the flipping time normally must be under 3 years. And buy and hold with rental services normally, as I told you, for 7-8 years. The second T I'm talking about is the tax. The tax planning is really important in this kind of investment. In the first one, because you need to understand easily the costs of purchasing, then the taxes that you need to pay, and then the gaining taxes. Because if you buy a property, then you have costs to renovate it. You have an amount of costs. As example, I purchased a property in 2021 and I've spent 100,000 euros to purchase it. Then I spent other 50,000 euros to renovate it, and then I want to give it for sale at 200,000. So we have a gain of 50,000, right? You need to pay the taxes on it if you purchase it again under 5 years. So you need to pay the 27% of taxes on it. So you need to be careful and to design all the project considering this gain taxes. The second project is like flipping. In the buy and hold, buy and hold, you need to consider the purchasing process, the amount of the return of investment process, and then the annual VAT. So the annual taxes that you need to pay to the municipality, the waste, the normal waste tax, and the maintaining tax. Okay, if summing these taxes, you have a good process, it's a good way to invest. But if you think that the costs, the amount of costs goes over your break-even point, just stop and think about everything. Okay. The third T to monitor, to understand, and to think about it is the targets. What does it mean? It means that if you purchase a property for a flipping system, for a flipping project, you need to understand the final purchaser. As example, you buy a house in a residential place. The final buyer probably will be a family who needs a bank loan, so you need to be very careful renovating it, making the good license and the good bureaucracy approach, okay? In the second kind of investment, the buy and hold, you need to understand what kind of target is the person who will be who will take as example the apartment for rent. Will be a tourist, will be a student, or it will be a residential, because the tourist will need a service with full of furnishments and everything working good for his holiday. If it's a student, want to have a cheap service but good service. If it's a residential, he will ask a very nice house for his family where everything works for a long time. The fourth T to monitor is the transaction. Transaction is the closing time of your investment. You need to be very careful in both of kinds of investment because you need to close to switch off anything from with the past. Okay, all the taxes on the wasting tax, all the contract must be good, and about the final deed, it must be written in a good way with the new renovation license that you've made on it, with the new energetic performance if you renovated it too. So everything must be, the final transaction must be done in an optimized way, okay? Okay, let's close this important parenthesis talking about the return on investment. How much must be annually, okay, per year, the return on investment must be over the 6% in any case. It means that if you have a ROI under 4% the first year, it means that the second, the third, and the fourth year, your investment must take to a higher ROI, okay? To have a medium over the 6% always. Because if you don't reach this goal, it means that your investment is not so good, because the 1-2% is inflation, the rest are causes. So you must be very focused on this point. So let me give you 4 tips. The first one is monitoring everything every day, causes and learning. The second is be ready to change your project if something is changed around you, if something is not included in your business plan. Third point, work with someone which is valid and which is very into this argument every day, okay? So, thanks for watching this video. Please, if you have any questions on it, if you want to purchase a home in Sardinia, just write me in direct. I will be happy to answer and to give you all the information for your next purchasing process. So, have a lovely day. Bye bye.